Welcome everyone to Old Man Wisdom. It's currently the 6th of April 2022 and I'm going to review this colour trend indicator on the MT4 platform. Now I've got a very simple strategy that you can use in order to benefit from this indicator. So I'm just going to now scroll back to a random place and I'm going to explain this little technique that I have for you, and maybe it's something that you might want to try out. So I've gone back to basically the beginning of November 2021 and the strategy is quite simple. So the way I like to trade this is when you get a changing colour of the candles, we're looking at the very first candle that's changed. And I simply draw a line, and this is the kind of level that we're looking at in order to enter. We're looking for a retest of this level. Now I've randomly scrolled back, and this is a really bad example, because if you had have bought at this level here, look what happened, you'd have been stopped out somewhere down here. So that's a really poor example. In fact, the next example isn't much better. You're looking for a retest and it just doesn't come. You don't get a retest of that level, so you would have missed out in that particular example. In the next example here, you can see that the candles have turned green, and again I've picked a really bad example, because as it retests, the price just drops away and you'd have had another losing trade. When the candles turn red again, you're looking for a retest, which actually happens over here. Now, although the candles have turned green, this is something that you as a trader would have to decide. Are you still looking to sell, or are you now going to decide that the candles have changed colour and you're going to buy? Well, I would still be looking for a retest of this. And if you was to sell, of course, you'd have made a good profit here. The stop loss, I would just look for the nearest previous high. So in this case, you'd have been risking maybe 20 pips, not very much. And you could do a 2 to 1 or 2 to 3. I mean, where you take profit is entirely up to you. But as you can see, the potential is there to be made. If you had have decided, right, the candles have turned green and this is going to be my point in which I buy the market, well, you'd have had a small stop loss of maybe 10 or 20 pips, and you'd have made about 20 pips on that trade, even by buying the market. So let's just scroll forward a little bit more. Here we see that the candles have definitely changed green now, and here's the first green candle, and this is the level that you would be looking to buy. So it retested around here, and the stop loss, well, that's a difficult one in this case. I don't know how big your risk tolerance is. Everybody is different as a trader. But again, you can see that the potential here is quite huge. The potential here in pips is something like 100 pips. So again, you're on the right side of the market, and where you take profit would be up to you as a trader. Here you see a single red candle. If you decided to take this, that would be your point that you would be looking to sell. But there was no real kind of drawdown and pullback. It never pulled back, it just went up. So I wouldn't really be looking to sell at this point. I'd have probably been looking at the first green candle and looking for a pullback to this level here, which is what happened. And potentially you've got about 20-25 pips of potential profit there. Here we see the first red candle, and this is the level that we draw in, and we look for a pullback, which is what we got here. And a potential of pips would again be around 20 to 25 pips. Here you get a green candle, and I would draw the level there. You did get a pullback. Unfortunately, well, I don't know again where your stop loss might be. It could be down here at 40, 50 pips. You might have got stopped out there, although probably not. And you've got a small profit here available of 20 pips, so a possibility. And of course, if you went for the first red candle, your pullback would have been at this level here, which you got. Your stop loss would have been up here somewhere around 50 pips. And you had a potential profit of as much as 80 pips right down here. So you can see that this is a bit of a mix of price action, where you're looking for a retest of the level mixed with an indicator. So there's going to be losses. As you can see here, this first green candle, this is your level. Did you get a pullback? Yes. But of course it went against you. Your stop loss probably would have been around about 35 to 45 pips and you'd have got stopped out. No doubt about that. But there are so many opportunities with this indicator. Now, I'm just using a little bit of price action with this indicator as a way of creating a strategy. Maybe you as traders who follow this channel can adapt this little strategy so that it can be improved and you can filter out some of the false or the fake trades that potentially this strategy could show you. For example, there's another one here where if this is the first green candle, you would have bought at this level. Maybe you would have entered at this first pullback, in which case, yes, there's a potential of nearly 70 pips. Here again with a red candle, here's your level. Do you get a pullback? Yes. Here's your level. Do you get a pullback? Yes. If you was to sell at this point, you'd have a little drawdown and a potential profit of nearly 20 pips. This, by the way, is on the 1 hour chart. I like the 1 hour chart. I like trading from the 1 hour chart. I think that it gives you space to leave the charts alone and trade according to the time that you have available. That's why I like the 1 hour chart. You see here, look, you've got the pullback and then the potential profit of 50 pips or more. So many opportunities here. Would it be better on a lower time frame or a higher time frame? Well, maybe that's something for you guys and girls to go away and have a look at. But this is just a possible way in which you could trade using this color trend indicator. The indicator is available from oldmanwisdom.co.uk. The link is in the description below. If you like this little strategy, give the video a thumbs up. If you think you could improve the strategy, by all means comment below and let me know. I'll do a video about it with your suggestions, and maybe we could come up with a really good strategy using this nice little MT4 indicator. So I hope you found this video interesting, and if you like this kind of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and follow along with the videos that I bring out on a weekly basis. In the meantime, everybody take care, happy trading, and I'll speak to you very soon.